And it's so great to be here again. I was here last year and had such a great time and met so many interesting people who, if you watched my show, you saw them show up on my show just a few weeks later. But it's not time for me to talk about my show and what I do. We're here to listen to what these guys have to say. I had a chance to talk to them the other day and this morning, and I think you're going to learn a lot from our panel today, and you'll have a lot of ideas to steal, as we've learned we're supposed to be doing today. So to start out, I just want to go ahead and introduce each of them and give them just a second to say what their company's done and where they've grown. So from zero to what right now?
Founded Diapers.com in 2005. We are an online internet retailer of all baby goods. Everything from car seats and strollers to diapers, wipes, formula, toys, clothes. We grew the business on a shoestring the first 18 months before we got venture capital. We've since done 5 rounds of venture capital, raised $58 million. We're at a $250 million run rate, going to $500 million in 12 months. It's been a really fast growth path. We've got a lot of our customers just through viral word of mouth. Our customer value proposition is centered around really fast delivery times.
I started Theorem in February of 2002 in my spare bedroom, and today we are globally 500 people. Theorem offers products and services to internet advertisers. So globally we have 500 people. We have operations in India, offices in London. In the US we have an office in New Jersey, obviously, and Las Vegas. 60 days ago we launched Latin American operations. So we have over 100 customers that include Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, New York Times, Hearst Digital. Average growth is about 75% compounded year over year, and we hope to be a 1,000-man company in the next 24 months. We are still bootstrapping, not a cent of outside funding. We do it the old-fashioned way. We do excellent work, retain our customers, and put a lot of money back into growing the business.
I've actually been in businesses where you meet the customers and actually get to see them eyeball to eyeball. I'm what's known now as a dinosaur. I'm a franchising guy. I most recently was the president and CEO of a company called Pump It Up, which is private party facilities for kids' parties. We have franchisees all across the United States. Prior to that, I was the CEO of Huntington Learning Centers. Both of these companies were founded by entrepreneurs, built by entrepreneurs, 100% privately owned, and then got kind of fouled up. And I'm the guy that gets brought in to get it back on track and put in the right direction.
About how do you go from being the guy who starts a company in your bedroom to being the guy who has 400 employees or $250 million in sales and still being able to have the same skills, the skills to grow your company when you have the skills to start them up? Because as Gordon just said, a lot of times it's not the same person.
The skills you'll need to go from, let's say, just yourself to 10 employees will be very different to take the company from, let's say, 10 people to 100, and then that scale will again change from 100 to 500 or whatever. So it's a constantly evolving process. So in the early first year, it was about focus and execution. You have very limited resources, so what you need to do is make sure that you're able to articulate your value proposition very, very clearly and execute. Put some quick victories on the scoreboard so that you start to get traction. The focus should be to gain customers, gain revenue. If you don't have customers, it's still just an idea. So to get credibility for your business model, quick wins on the scoreboard. That's the first one, focus and execution. Very quickly you'll realize that you need to focus your areas on growing the business, i.e. getting new sales, designing products, whatever it might be, and very quickly build a supporting ecosystem around you. So I like to boast that if I were to go for an interview at Theorem today, I would not be hired, because we've hired some really smart people, and that starts to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you hire smart people, and then they carry the message forward, and you constantly need to invest in business.
Is it hard to go from the guy who's running this startup and everyone can walk through your door and open your door and talk to you to the guy who's running this whole corporation?
One of the key challenges that I've faced, and I know other people in my position have faced, is really being able to sort of let go of the day-to-day because when you start, you really, as Jay said, you're doing everything. It's all about execution. You need to know everything that's going on in every part of the business, and you're involved in every part of the business. And you really need to be able to step back and let go and sort of promote yourself. And the only way you're going to feel comfortable doing that is to hire really strong people that are better than you in the functions that you're doing, because very quickly you start to feel comfortable that this person that I just hired now is capable of doing this better than I could, and now I feel good about stepping back. But you do see a lot of times people hire people that aren't as good as themselves, and they sort of never able to let go, and they micromanage, and that could turn into a disaster real quick, and certainly is not good for growth. So
well, in both the case of Huntington Learning Centers and Pump It Up, basically the companies had grown so rapidly that the founders had lost control of it. By the way, if all entrepreneurs had the skills of the two gentlemen to my right, then I never would have been brought into either of these companies. My expertise is transitioning a company from entrepreneurial management to professional management. In both of the examples that I just mentioned, the founders are brilliant individuals, really experts at what they do, be it tutoring or be it in creating a fun environment for kids' parties. But when it came to their way of thinking, it was what I call very entrepreneurial, which is really aggressive, smart. They're good at what they do, but they've been successful to date because they've made every decision in the company. And what my observation was, and I believe it's a mistake that entrepreneurs make, is that they see the world as kind of a pyramid, and they do hire people, and they actually think that they're hiring bright people, but every single decision gets made by the entrepreneur. And that's good at the beginning, and it's good when you're at a certain point in your growth, but you can't do that forever. It's impossible.